Was there any episodes like that after that with anybody else? That was it? Was that it?
Bradshaw, a couple things with him, but everybody tested me a little bit when we were in the ring before the shows. Blackman did too, went with him a little bit. And
well, how'd that go?
Like I said, Blackman's a great wrestler, right, and he's a tough guy when it's stand-up karate and stuff like that, but on the ground he was really limited.
Yeah.
So when we were rolling on the ground, it was pretty simple for me to get him arm bars and leg locks and stuff. But again, like I said, I was a pro. Mm-hmm. I was a pro. I mean, and the best in the world at this when I came into pro wrestling. So a lot of these guys, I think the understanding is they've always been around people who had been at the end of their career, and they come in, a boxer or a football player or something. So they were able to go.
You weren't even in your prime yet.
I was in my prime, but the thing is that I was still very good. The only reason why I left was because I couldn't make the money I needed to.
Right.
So here they got this guy coming into this thing who was really still in that prime area where I was really good. And a lot of times you get pro wrestlers come in, or not pro wrestlers, but football players and boxers and karate guys that come in at the end of their career, bodybuilders, and these guys are always able to go with them, the wrestlers, because there's some tough guys there. But they're talking about an elite level of a fighter, well-rounded in submissions, well-rounded in striking. And now all of a sudden they're testing me and they're getting schooled within a minute.
Yeah.
So when that tough thing come up that you put together and they asked me to do that, I was like, yeah, add a couple zeros on that, then you can get my professionalism in that tough man. Because it was like, to me, going into something like that, it was like I was here and they were here. And it was like, I'm here, I was making, millions of dollars doing what I do, and then you're doing this tough man thing where it had, all these guys in there, and I thought it was the greatest thing in the world for these guys, because what it did was it showed them, hey, this fighting thing ain't so easy, is it?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
This is only punching and shooting, and it's only a minute, and these dudes were gassed.
Yeah.
So I loved it, because I think when that happened, it almost like there was a whole nother respect for what I had done. Yeah. Because it wasn't even at that level, and these guys were struggling.
You know how that Brawl For All started, right?
I think it was because you decided some tough guys that thought that they wanted to.
No, Bradshaw shooting his mouth off.
Yeah, that's
same
right.
thing.
Yeah,
same guy shooting his mouth. Oh, if this were real and this were in a ballroom, I'd kick everybody's ass here. And I'm just sitting back listening to him, and I know the guys that were in that locker room. And I swear to God, I immediately said, you know what? I want to see that, bro, because I think you're full of shit. All right. And so I went. I pitched it to Vince. We did it, bro. Come on. How much did you love when he got his lights? I popped inside, because if I would have, he would have killed me. But I popped inside.
You know which one I enjoyed the most?
What?
Mark Merrow. When Blackman went with him. Because people thought that boxing, and it was just the world we were in, right? Like, everybody thought the strikers were deadly and this and that. And I like Mark, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But Mark was a really good boxer.
He was.
And he got destroyed by Blackman. Yeah. And to me, it was nice to see, because it showed people, especially with wrestling and all that, that you don't got to knock somebody out or knock somebody's lights out in order to be a tough guy and be able to dominate somebody. He took him down like 7 or 8 times. Yeah. Mark never got off a punch. Yeah. And this guy, and I'm kidding, if you saw Mark box, man, this guy got power and he's good.
Quick too, fast. Looking at that tournament, you weren't a part of it. Who was your favorite to win that thing?
I thought Blackman would win it. I really did. Yeah. But he backed out for whatever reason. He didn't get beat. Yeah. He just didn't
Did
finish.
You see Bart Gunn come in?
Yeah, he was the most shocking, and that's where you don't understand what a person has until you actually put him in a situation and you see it rise to the top. He was a guy that had heavy hands. Like, when he touched somebody's chin, they went down. And that right there showed you something that you're not normally going to see from somebody. Athletic ability wise, it's a natural given talent where he just had heavy hands. Yeah,
I'll never forget, bro. The one image I'll never forget is the way he hit the Godfather. Godfather's eyes rolled to the back of his head.
Godfather's a tough man.
Oh my God! I've never seen anybody get hit that hard in my life.